Hey, just gonna wait for people to join. Hmm. Hi. So it's been the 1 year anniversary of my channel, and so I'm doing a Q&A in celebration of that. So any questions you want, just ask me. Hi. Yeah. So, hi. Thank you. Okay, so does anyone, personally, I liked Act 1 better of Hamilton better. Any other questions? Okay, so currently we have 4 people on. That's great. My favorite Hamilton song, obviously, You'll Be Back. Yeah. Any other questions? I'll answer any questions you have. Anyone new? Okay, I would rate Hamilton characters. Okay, King George, I'm gonna rate a 10. George Washington, I would say a 9. Hamilton, a solid 7. Eliza, I would do 8. Ships. Sure, why not? Personally, more like I like Seabury and George, but that's also a pretty good ship. Then getting back to rating Hamilton characters, Eliza, I would say 8. Angelica, a 9. Thomas Jefferson, a 10. Yeah. Then Aaron Burr, a 9. Then I would put James Madison, 10. Hercules Mulligan, a 10. Any other questions? Looks like we have 28 people on currently. That's amazing. Love the support. So then rating other Hamilton characters, I'm going to Lafayette, I would say, okay, I'm literally a Hamilton fan, but I would rate him 2 out of 10 on Act 2. Literally canceled the fair. It's only Act 1 Hamilton that puts him at a 7 that much, I would say. Yeah. Also, Hamilton also might actually be one of probably least favorite characters in Hamilton on like the scale, especially Act 2 Hamilton. It's just like, I don't know, most main characters I don't like in musicals. They can be a bit plain, but there's exceptions to the rule. There's exceptions to every rule. But you look at anything, and I prefer mostly villains and stuff. Or the side characters are always good. Oh, other than Hamilton, I like Beetlejuice. I like Chicago. I also like Phantom of the Opera. Well, this one you might not know, but it's A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. I love that. Pro that is a good. Veronica is a good main character. Personally, I like the ones that are like not as not like a typical main character, like Beetlejuice, how he's like the name of the show, might be like a secondary main character, but I like anti-heroes. Oh wait, so you do? I know it is, but if you do read it out of context, it can be hilarious. In that show, I do really like Sabella though. She is a great character and like very savage at sometimes. Yeah. But personally, I also been recently getting into Heathers, also as a musical. Just like Candy Store, I don't know why, but the choreography is kind of like mesmerizing and like the perfect symmetry. I don't know why. It just is very satisfying. What musicals I would recommend? Like unknown musicals. I would like if you're a first time musical person, I would say go for if you want something that's very like adult, I would go with Beetlejuice Book of Mormon. If you want something adult and like still in the realm of stuff like but more female centered, then I would go with Heather's, Mean Girls. Then for classic 60s and 50s, I would go with Little Shop of Horrors. I've not seen Six on Broadway or like in person. I've watched the YouTube Pro Shot. I'd recommend if you ever want to see a musical really badly, but you can't afford tickets, always go on YouTube. There's a free Pro Shot for almost everything. And sometimes don't really resort to the movies also if you want to get an accurate representation of a musical, use the Pro Shots. Oh, especially Into the Woods. Do the Into the Woods Pro Shot if you're going to watch it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, also that. Fa- my favorite song from Six, I gotta say, I do like House of Hoyben. Just like the over the top accents, all that, and like the minor key is just amazing. Yeah, oh, the one I know what you're talking about is my favorite movie adaptation of a musical. I gotta say, I like Chicago. It's very artistic. If you were to ever watch a film adaptation, I'd go with Chicago just because it's a work of art when it comes to all the scenes and how they go from the stage down to like actual real life, what's happening. And the moment when they had the Hungarian disappearing act, that was just amazing. So, any other questions? Have you? I have seen the pro shot of In the Heights. Still want to see the movie. I heard it was really good. Still like to see that, but I've seen the pro shot, and I do really like In the Heights. Classic example of Lin Manuel Miranda. I would say it is definitely one of my more favorite musicals. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we currently have 10 people watching. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the support. Okay, but I was watching, and Lynn just popped up so random talking about chocolate. Hi. Who do we have? So just talking about that. Oh, this is getting a little bit awkward, but hey, it's fine. Okay. So any other questions do you have? I can talk about anything. Just randomly. Okay, so currently we have 6 people watching. Thank you for all who stayed. But well, I've not watched that. I haven't watched Rock of Ages. I've heard about it, but haven't got to watch it. Okay. But I'll have HBO Max, but wait, is there a pro shot on YouTube? Because I could watch it then. Eh. What's my opinion on the producer? I think it's a very funny comedy, very good musical. I don't know how it got the most Tony awards out of any other musical. Yeah. But if you could find the pro shot of Rock of Ages, I could watch it. Hi, Carolyn, Kauai, Faye. My eyesight's terrible. I guess I matched the real King George. Okay, so there isn't a pro shot. I'll try to find some, maybe like something, because I feel the problem is with a lot of musicals, it doesn't last that long, and you didn't live in the age of video. And like, there's tons of good old-timey musicals. I don't know. I'm not talking about this, but just in general, there's so many things that don't like last that long on Broadway that were like really popular, really good, but they don't have pro shots. Oh, wait, ended the same year Hamilton got. Yeah, that's the cycle of Broadway musicals. One musical dies, another lives. That's how it works. Some musicals, just in real life, people, they just don't die. They just keep running on, like, even though it's been for like ever. They are still good musicals and on for that long for a reason, but sometimes it just goes on for too long. So, any more questions? So I can just talk about my general. Okay, SquarePants. You choose a parody. You choose a parody is a plushies parody of Hamlet. I don't remember much, but it's hilarious. Okay. AU. Oh wait, it's so SquarePants. So it's like one of those ones where the actors memorize tons of different stuff, and then the audience gets to choose live. I just love how you can find almost all musicals next to like a slime tutorial. Why do people support a more history girl? Why do you people support what? What the heck? Oh, thank you, Blue Moon. But who? is this keep spamming the chat? Yeah, I'm gonna remove. They grab and do. Okay, yeah. Gonna. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just. Oh. Yeah. So. Don't worry about it. That just happens sometime. I guess. That just makes no sense. Why they kept spamming the chat? I'm sure it's not your fault. What? How? Ugh. Okay, I timed out. Hopefully they stopped. Sorry about that. They're now banned for 24 hours because that's all you can do. Hopefully they get something else. Don't worry about it. There's just people who hate stuff for no reason. But okay, back to Q&A. Any more questions? I'm not that like I'll try my best to keep them out of the chat because I'm not that experienced with live streaming. I've only done like 3 streams, 1 failed, and now it's not on my channel anymore. What's your favorite Hamilton costume? Ooh, I do really like Angelica's funeral dress, but I also like King George's outfit. That's a really good, one of the most decadent out of all of them, I would say. And then favorite actor of King George. I have seen, I, I'm trying to think. Because there's obviously Jonathan Groff, but I feel like that could be, he is good, but I don't think he's my favorite. But I also like Thane as King George. I just like the more, like how the frowns, like in the grimaces he's capable of. Yeah, he is. Yeah, King George's outfit is great. I just love all the detail, the decadence. I just love all the costumes in Hamilton. They tell a story, the sharpness. There's also Hamilton's Act Two nonstop outfit. His green coat, that's also amazing, just represents it. I want to see him live too, but sadly, Hamilton is one of the more expensive musicals. Would love to see Hamilton, but I don't think I will unless it's like somewhere else. Um, Same, I do wish I could see Hamilton live. Oh, you live in Brazil. Yeah. That must be tough then. I don't, is there like any main hubs like in other countries? Like I know that in Europe there's Hamburg, which is like Broadway. You have Broadway obviously in the US. I have not watched Epic. I've listened to, well, technically I can't watch Epic because it's an album, but I've listened to some of it. And then, okay, so at least you have, but it's just a single theater. But that's sad. I hope it goes to there. Yeah, we always get, yeah. So I guess that's then far away because like how big Brazil is, just it would be like someone in like California went to go see Broadway. It would be probably like that. Yeah. We sent what? By mistake. Oh, yeah. Hi, David Diggs is cool. Okay. Yeah. Probably like the closest regional theaters that I would see stuff are in like Philly or perhaps like Hershey Stadium sometimes you get it, which like all in PA. Yeah. Ooh, nice. But at least Brazil is like somewhat of a centralized area in South America, so there's like somewhat like stuff there. What's your favorite meme? I do out of my favorite memes, there's two that stick out. There's Nothing Beats a Jet to Holiday that has Mariah Reynolds and James Reynolds. It's dark humor, but it is great. And then Most Disputes Die and No One Shoots, where it has Hamilton as Most Disputes and Aaron Burr as No One. Yeah, yeah. But those are like when I first saw them, I was bursting out laughing because of how dark they were, but it was just so funny. I also like the one where it has all the different costumes and POV me making multiple emails to get free Amazon trials. Yeah, but do really like that. Oh, I do like that meme. Not as good as the other ones, just because when you get it, I like the ones where you get it and it hits you like a brick wall, like really fast. I like dark humor a lot. Oh, I miss the days when I was a kid, used to play the Wii all the time. And then there would be so many different Mii's. I remember I was playing like Wii Sports, and there was this one character I always used to get, and like I like felt like I had a friendship with them. And then one day, like after it all, just ended up never getting it, never getting that me again, and I was like kind of sad. I believe like the me was Sarah, but I don't know if that was just it was kind of weird. But I have a question for everyone in the chat. Are you Gen Z, Gen Alpha, or perhaps millennial, Gen X? Like, because I'm Gen Z, and but I'm very close to Gen Alpha. But well, so, but I'm like on the cusp, but there's a clear difference. So, but I remember CDs, the Wii, that kind of stuff. But okay, so it looks like a lot of people are around sort of my like age range. It feel I don't know why Hamilton fans, they always seem to be like around middle school, high school range. Except there's like a group of, like, for some reason, 15% is like 65 and up. For some, I don't know why, but rest is just 13 to 17. So, or just y'all lying about your ages. And, well, some of people are. So, any other questions? The problem is, yeah, I don't feel necessarily one of like the weirder kids, but I'm in between like sort of the popular kid, like different types of friend groups. And like I'm not fully one type of person, like sort of like too abnormal to be in like the better friend, like the popular kids, but I'm not weird enough to be with like the so-called like weirder kids. That's just weird that happened twice. Like there's, but that's just a weird experience. Honestly, it doesn't mean really. Oh, that's sad that you don't get to have Discord. I wasn't allowed to have social media until 13 because that was like the age range that most social media companies set for it. So I hope you can get it. Hi, Skylar sister. Yeah. We what? I'm so- we we was I'm trying sorry my eyesight is uh wait wait, did you answer that? Wait, can you just my brain's glitching right now. Can you like spell out the question exactly? Uh yeah. What- Sometimes I forget like I'm gonna grab so I'm not wait, you're in history class. Ooh, so you're getting to get to go. I remember my sixth grade year, my gifted like program. We took a trip to New York to see Wicked, and there it was like a lot of people. We had like a really big gifted program with lots of people, and so eventually they couldn't fit everyone on one bus, so they had to get two buses, and then they could invite tons of people to go on the trip. But don't wait, no, I don't. Wait, what? No, I literally wait. You know, don't. You're not a creep. Don't worry. I'm just trying. I don't know what it means. I can't. I'm not that good at knowing like internet lingo. So you're getting to go in a few days? Nice. So wait, when does school end for everyone? Because my school ends around like I believe on Wednesday is when my school ends, and then it will be summer. Monday I have my I only have one final to take, and then I'm good. Wait. Okay. But next year is one. Okay. Is it like a U.S. history class, and you're going to like New York to see like stuff, or is it? Do you love the band Marillion? Nice. I don't. I don't know a lot of bands, probably because my music taste it's like all over the place somewhat. There is a lot of show tunes, but I also have like probably like some well-known songs. Oh, wait, it's called We the People. Ooh, nice. Next year I don't so I wish my history class had cool names. We just have US history. I took honors US history this year. Next year I'm taking AP human geography. I don't know why it's human geography, not just like geography, but because the college board just decide that. Yeah. So, do you have any more questions for me? Um, so my favorite emoji, um, I like the rolling eyes emoji, but I also like the skull emoji. That would be a good one too. Mm. I don't, I don't know why. It just, yeah, that I would say those are probably my favorite. But yeah, but I have a question for you. So, what would you say is like a question like you're asked weird, something that happens like that had a little bit like two or four times that you don't know why, but you know, like the sound is like if I had a penny for every time I did blank, then I would have two pennies. That's not a lot, but it's weird that happened twice. Like, what would you say that fill in the blank would be? Because personally, I would say it would be every time I got asked if I was Asian. I don't think I look that Asian, but it's just weird that I've been asked it a lot of times for some reason. Yeah, I would. Okay. Okay, so it looks like there's only one person. Where you? Hi, funnel web. Well, probably. Are you in? What? That just makes no sense. But I'm gonna ask. Would you say I don't get why people say I look Asian? I don't really get it that much. So, but that just makes no sense. I haven't like. Is it weird that I hadn't had like some sort of like face reveal? Like I just sometimes show my face, but not much. Why are there so many people now that I just showed my face? Oh, I know. I was just asking whether I don't. Do you see it like if I look Asian? Because I personally do not get it that much. Yeah, I'm gonna just like put my bros playing Haiti. Nice. So wait, in Hades Town? Wait, I don't think. Yeah, I think it might be like I don't know. A lot of them, the people that asked, are though are like Asian or Asian. There's been some white people, but like I don't. It might be because I'm like of my grades or something, and it could be like a internalized racism thing. Who knows? But yeah, should I keep my face cam on? Wait, do you guys think I should keep my face cam on or take it off? So currently we have two people on. Hmm? Any more questions? It's getting a little bit awkward. I'm gonna. Okay, so. Huh. I don't. I just feel probably just proves that races can be a little bit dumb. Oh, my favorite color. I like. I would say blue or a like really bright teal. Like it was like all the way like cobalt blue, like used to be that. Now I'm turning more towards like that cyan blue, mostly just because of how it looks at me. You'd say that's not. I feel like everyone has something with a blue hue or red hue. Like though, I feel like that people just like blue. Yeah. Oh wait, you are okay. So wait, I have a question. So like when have you like started watching my content? If you've watched it previously. Oh. Ooh, wait, second. So wait, you've been here. Wait, of last year. So like 2025, like the school year or linear year. So, ooh, nice. Nice. No matter like what you do, it still helps. Even if like some comments don't get hearted, just want all comments are appreciated. Just sometimes it's been getting harder to catch up as my channel continue to grow, but sadly it's starting to get to a standstill. Oh wait, in Brazilian schools they align with linear years. Ooh, wait. I know a lot of countries that do there's some countries that do that. Probably for instead so they can give you a big Christmas or what holiday break around winter. I think probably the reason America did it was, oh yeah, they are. I guess Brazil is, yeah, it is in the southern hemisphere. But it's also, so like, do you live in more to the south or more northern Brazil? I guess that works because it gives you, yeah, okay, so you do live in the more, I think, isn't that the more cooler area probably? I just know this for like southern hemisphere country, usually they go are a lot warmer unless there's like some kind of current. But I guess I know Australia does it where it's in lines with linear year. Okay, so probably I guess that makes sense considering all of it. Because I know it is like a huge country when it comes to it, Brazil, and like it has a lot. So I guess there's a lot of variation within it. But also it's like I think a lot of stuff tends to hug around certain spots. I okay, so let's see who's watching. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've like I feel like also for some reason I do get a wide variety of people from different countries when it comes to watching my shorts. Like a lot of commenters, even though like majority is from America when it comes to stuff, but when it comes to comments, it seems like there's a lot of English, other stuff. You're an island, but I can't keep you all out at sea. You're, hmm? Is that one of your favorite quotes? That's a pretty nice quote, I guess. Nice. I I I guess I'll go check that out then after the stream is done. Thank you. I'll make sure to go check it out. Mm. But quotes I would like from songs. I like from Beetlejuice the opening line. That's the thing about life. No one makes it out alive. That is just like such a cool line. I would say. Oh, I have a birthday party to get. Thank thank you for watching. Have fun at the birthday party. Bye. Oh, sorry. Just swallowing water. Okay. Bye. So, any more Q&A questions? Because, like, favorite movies, favorite other stuff, like, that kind of stuff? Maybe, like, icebreakers or... What? Wait, what? Blue Moon. Wait, why do you need help? Maybe I'll just, like, maybe, like, I'll just, maybe, like, favorite movies? I don't know. I was, I got a lot of attention at the beginning, had a lot of different questions, and I was kind of dead, but, wait, what's your favorite movie? Oh, you don't really have one. I I like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a 3. Just I also like Truman Show. That's a really good movie. I also like Chicago. That's a good one. Hi. Hi, Rayleigh Marie. I know. I got to watch it in English class. The ending where nice. The ending where it's like good morning in case I didn't see ya. Like at the end the irony is just so perfect, and like the score is really good too. I know it is. When he says that, that just. I also. It's just really good theming. I also like Chicago, especially during the Hungarian disappearing act. Like that was such like an impactful moment because it just is really impactful about the justice system, the corruption, all that jazz. Well, you should watch it. Like some of the irony, like nowadays, like isn't it like you can get away with murder? Isn't that's good? Isn't it great? Like I love the double meaning and the cinematography is great. You should definitely watch it. Is there any other movies you like? Well, speaking of Chicago, ooh, so are you asking about? There's fine. Oh yeah, I've been seeing it's like everywhere on YouTube. Yeah, called Birds for some reason. Ooh, I'm. Is it just so? Was it birds like singing Chicago? What? So it just had the song Chicago by Michael Jackson, and it was talking about birding rituals. Okay. Oh. So in the end, two male birds dance to each other. Oh. Is it like the? I don't think I've seen. But that's just. I guess they put Chicago on it just to make it popular. So yeah. Do you have a favorite TV show at all? Any ones that you like? Any or like any other creators you like to watch on YouTube? Ooh, Big Bang Theory. Oh wait, We have a question. Hi. Wait, are you? I feel like I think I recognize that username. Wait, did you go on my last live stream? But I do like Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon and all that. There's a lot of like spin-offs with that. Yeah. But I feel like I recognize wait, chat, I think I recognize your username. Wait, are you from I remember are you the one that is from France or like speaks French from my last live stream? Because I see wait, because I started taking oh yeah. And oh yeah. Nice to see you again. Oh, you gotta go. Oh, that's sad. Bye. Bye, Blue Moon. So yo, so it's nice to see Shao again. And I took French one at my high school. Maybe I could like actually start speaking in French a bit. Though I don't I'm not that good speaking French, but I think I can relatively understand some stuff in French. Yeah. Like my French teacher, she did this thing where she pulled up the news and talked like about what it said to help us like understand words. I'm better at writing, reading, that kind of stuff. I know some words. Yeah. Also, I do speak in sort of broken French somewhat. Like I would say probably like they always ask like what are you doing this weekend? Like how about wait, comment tu t'appelles? Ask that as like names. I know how to answer that. Or oui, quel est-ce que tu se fait? Um, qu'est-ce que fait ce weekend? Oui, qu'est-ce que tu se fait ce weekend? So like that. And then I would probably like answer like I I'm not that good at speaking English anyway, even though it's my first language. So friend, like kind of like that. Then I something like I can't have like I can have like basic conversational skills and read. Then there it would be je suis étudié. Yeah, that's what. Not very good. Yeah, and then not we dance like every weekend we do this. And then there's like weather, which like I know how to say like currently like il fait beau, il fait mauvais, kind of like that stuff. Got really good at saying how to go to the bathroom, like puis-je aller aux toilettes? Yeah. But also, like, it's just, I know I'm better at reading French. I still got good scores in French. There's a lot of kids who would speak it very badly, like someone says, puis-je aller aux toilettes? Kind of like that. So at least I'm not dumb. We have about quel étage es-tu? Quel étage es-tu? Oh, thank you. Merci. So, also, it sucks because everything you say in French, it gets translated automatically. And I can only see. So, then also there's bonjour, ça va. Then there's also a lot of like basically basic conversational skills, know how to like read the news, like what it's saying, sort of that verb conjugation. Like it's not, can't speak fluently, but still, I'd be able to understand, like read a bit of French. Like at least I could understand when you learn a language, I could somewhat like understand opera. I like to like watch opera, like Carmen's Bizanette. I mean, business, Carmen, that kind of stuff. But also knew like, yeah, when you write French, it does automatically translate. I have to click on it in order to see it in French. It happens in all YouTube comments, I feel. I don't know. Do you, that's how like she did help. Some of the videos were also had like subtitles, but when you have the words up there with like captions, it does help when it comes to stuff. It also helps when I like to watch Eurovision. Hi, hi, Ninan. Hi, just tap. So this is my, just fill in. This is a Q&A for my anniversary on my YouTube channel. That stuff, yeah. So yeah, they do speak very, I don't, a lot of stuff they speak very fast and all kind of stuff, but songs it's somewhat easy. Like so, like we got to watch Champs-Élysées. That was a, did really like that song. We got to listen to it in French class. Did really like this year's, I did really like this year's Eurovision song for France. That kind of stuff. I was, but French class, it was pretty, we didn't really have to memorize that much. Hi, Angelica. So, does anyone have any questions? Hi. Also, we can continue the Q&A or just like talk randomly. I'm fine with anyway. Same. Oh, great. I wonder if there's a delay. It seems like there's. Wait, how did you get on this video? That never mind. Not gonna ask questions. Yeah. I thank you. I hope, but Angelica, I hope you meant to type 18, not 8. Yeah. So, any questions you guys want to ask me, I'll answer them. I'll be happy to answer them. This stream is for you guys. Thank you for 1 year of me having an amazing year. And then hopefully next year it will be just as great and hopefully even better, because I'm really hoping there's going to be another Hamill fan craze just like last year, where you have all the different trends. Oh, the first musical I watched, that was Wicked. I went on a school trip, and now I'm a hardcore theater kid after that. It was a very life-changing experience. Well, I've always liked theater, but I really liked it then. That's like what I tried out for tons of theater, then just really enjoyed it. But thanks for the question. Keep the questions rolling in. If you're new to the stream, I'm doing a Q&A celebration of the anniversary of my channel. Yeah. You guys want the face cam on or off? I was getting a little bit silent. So I can keep talking. No, here, I can turn on my face cam. In here. Hi. This is what I look like in real life. Sadly, I don't look like King George. But hey. I I do like reading somewhat. Now, most of the time I like classics and that sort of stuff. I read, but I'm not that big on reading, per se. Yeah. But I occasionally read some stuff. Like, I really like Animal Farm. I like political satire, that kind of stuff. I there's just I also watch a lot of stuff on books, not really like a book, like strict reading, more like, oh, here's a summary of this like classic and the themes of it. I do really like film reading, like that kind of stuff, reading scripts, reading plays, that kind of stuff. So yeah, yeah. So okay, so originally I started on YouTube. I was like, oh, look, there's CapCut. You can you can make all these different stuff. And it started with me just like seeing one video and like just trying it out. And then I just ended up getting 1,000 on that view. I posted one Hamilton thing and then say, hey, let me just post this. It was the end of the year. Last year, we weren't really doing anything. It was like 8th grade. So I had nothing better to do, but then it blossomed into something amazing. Posted Hamilton content somewhat, but it was just a lot of memes, a lot of different memes, posting 5 times a day. Then I eventually switched to my current format that I use with all the different memes. Partly one because I was scared about the TikTok ban, but then that just never ended up coming to fruition, so I was fine. But then the Hamilton memes, they really blossomed, and they did really well. and therefore it just grew into something that got me a lot of stuff. It was a hobby. I thought you stopped YouTube because I don't really watch it. That could be multiple reasons. There's like tons of drop off when it comes to stuff. Also, my videos have been experiencing sort of a drop off. I do post once a day, maybe. Then I've skipped a lot of days more because frankly it's just like a lot of burnout when it comes to stuff. They're not getting a lot of views when it comes to stuff in that, or sometimes I'm just plain grounded from on being on my phone, so I can't make videos. But I'm working on posting more regularly, and during the summer, that's truly when I can be creative. Something that also helps me is just occasionally switching different content instead of Hamilton memes. Oh, it's Hamilton graduation caps. That really worked. Or like maybe theater kid memes, newsy memes, like all that kind of stuff. I just decide it really breaks up like the monotony and struggle in finding new memes and new content. So, but I think as long sometimes creators can fade away from your suggestion until like something new happens. Don't worry, not gonna quit. My goal for next year, hopefully getting monetized. I also am thinking about opening to more platforms like Instagram, start posting there so I can get more stuff. And then also TikTok, post TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that. And then fingers crossed that I can eventually earn some money from doing this. Another way I found trying to earn money from this is reaching out to other creators who need editors. They like ask, "Hey, can you edit for it?" Like my video. I've applied to several different creators, haven't gotten back. Currently waiting to get back on this one creator. I really hope I do get to be their editor. They've been My mic died. Can you hear me now? So currently I've taken off the mic. Probably gonna be less good of a sound quality now, but yeah, sorry it died mid-stream. I could go get another one, but no, I'm gonna just work with what I have. This is the mic I use. It's the A1 Lark from Hollyland. It's a really good mic. If you ever want to get into it, it's a really good, relatively inexpensive mic. I'm also using a ring light currently, so got it all for Christmas, so it's nice. So I can do this. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, wait, pretty good at YouTube. Yeah. But sorry for the background noise. There's a little bit of shuffling. I also have a little sister who's quite annoying and is trying to get in, but they don't allow people under a certain age to be on stream. So currently trying to block her from getting in. I think she left. Like you may no, you don't need to make edits for him. I prefer to do. I can't. Also, I'm not getting really monetized, and I wouldn't feel right not paying. And I can expand if I want, but I feel like also. But if currently the channel I am like trying to be an editor for is called that theater stuff. It's pretty popular, and I'm just hoping they respond to me. So, hey, maybe no, I don't really want to not pay. I also like. I feel like if you want to make Hamilton, you should post on your channel or so you can get the benefits. I also really like helping out other channels, like launching them. If you ever ask me to help with your channel and get subscribers, I will help. There's also so, and I wouldn't, and also edits are not popular for the content I create. Like the last edit, I posted one edit so far. I used to post a lot of edits, but stopped posting them for the memes. The last edit I posted was like in a. It was Peggy and Mariah Reynolds to the sound like the I forgot Devil in Disguise. Yeah, like you think the devil has horns, but so did I, but I was wrong. Like that. But I did consider doing a bunch of different content. Yeah. One I considered was, oh, you gotta go. Well, that's okay. Bye. Hope you have a great rest of your day. It was really nice to have you on the stream. Bye. So, okay. Is there anyone else on the stream? Hi. So I'm doing a YouTube stream for my 1 year anniversary of my channel. In case you don't know my channel, I post Hamilton related memes, that kind of stuff. So, bye. So, who is watching? So, is there anyone there now? If there's no one in the chat, probably just gonna leave to get another mic. So, the stream is gonna be currently paused for a bit. Oh wait, you're still here. Oh, yeah. Do you mind if I pause the stream for a bit so I can get a new mic? Yeah. It. Yeah. Hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna just pause and then. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to using a mic soon. Just need to get hooked up. Hopefully the sound quality gets better then. So, no, I didn't. I did not. Can you hear me? Okay, so can you hear me? Is the mic now good? I did not know that song. Oh. Wait, you can hear me? Okay. Yeah. Hi. Hey, hi, the real John Lawrence. I didn't realize you were here, but hey, I'm gonna go back on. I'm gonna go back on Facecam. But yeah. So feel free to ask me any questions still. Yeah. I might want. I can, if you don't feel like free asking questions, I can tell you like information about what my life and stuff. Maybe or any like you can just type anything in the chat you want to talk about. I'll talk about. It's fine. Yeah. Ooh. I can do that after the stream. I can listen to that song after the stream. So wait, who's it by? I'm not promoting Hint Water, but if they want to sponsor me, hey, I need the money, but yeah. Okay. Seems like someone. Okay, so current. It says there are two people watching, but I don't know who the sec person is, but yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hopefully, we get more people on the stream, but looks like that's not gonna happen. Yeah. Well, I could maybe just answer more questions. I can do like maybe like theater stuff if you want, Hamilton stuff if you want, like that kind of stuff. No, no, I don't. I've heard of it, but no, I don't watch it. Um, so it seems like a cool show, but oh, I've listened to Epic the Musical. Like, don't listen to it like religiously or like watch it over, like give it more than a glance. But I have it. Does seem I like it. Not like one of my favorites, but still good. Oh, thank you, Shelly. Thank you for commenting and supporting my channel. Do you have any questions? Mm. Mm. I love Alexander Hamilton. Oh, I know. I do know Hades Town. I think I've watched it like twice, the Pro Shot twice. Don't really. I do like it. I also like the sort of like acoustic. Oh, thank you. But I do like the acoustic kind of sound, but also it has a jazz element to it. I do really like that. It's like really unique. But also kind of sad that it did obscure a little bit of like Beetlejuice the musical during the Tonys, but still a very good musical. Yeah. So, how do I get the clips for the memes? Okay, so there's two main ways that I will get the memes. One, I just go on Pinterest, click download, and then put them in the video. Another way, I use an app called Memematic, and I make my own memes using their predetermined like memes, like pretty like famous memes, and then I just add the subtitles, make them Hamilton related. So if you see most likely, if there's a popular meme, it's going to be from, and it has me Mac in the corner. That's almost definitely usually my memes, but majority of them I get from Pinterest. What's your favorite person in Hamilton memes? I like King George. Probably won't be able to guess it from my username or channel at all. Yeah, yeah. So, so, but I do like Lafayette. But I like Hercules Mulligan. I like Thomas Jefferson. I like also James Madison. Just like as a trio, like Oken, Nawa. Yeah, we. I think that's is that how you spell? like say his name, also David Diggs, like just any of those characters together are automatically a great combo. Yeah. But my dream would be to play King George, but not like on the top of my list. They think I would I don't think I'd play him. I think I play the comedic elements well, just not the tenor voice. Ooh, I do like Peggy. Peggy is great. You know, during choir, we got to do a gender swap version of Schuyler Sisters. And like this one guy in my choir class, we made him Peggy, but he was not. He did so. But I was Angelica and I did my part fine. You know. We even translated the Hamilton lyric into English. I like how it's funny how YouTube translates the chat messages. I know exactly what it was like. Et oui, oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So yeah, yeah. Ooh, my favorites. You'll Be Back is my favorite song. I just love the irony and also sort of the light rock, like the soft rock vibe it has. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it did ended up saying that when it translated it into English. But I wish they had a entirely French version of Hamilton, so I could convince my French teacher to watch it during class. That would be great. There's a German version, which is called the Hamburg version, which I have. I might have memorized the German version of "You'll Be Back." Yeah. But I just find it. I do like talking to people around the world. We had someone from Brazil earlier in the chat. It's just very interesting. Not like very fascinating. I love like learning about different cultures. Please don't cancel me. Yeah. I know it did. It's hilarious. I don't know how you would maybe how would you prevent that? I'm trying to think. Yeah. Mm. But if you want to see me sing, You'll Be Back. I have a cover of it on my channel. It's it's from a while ago, not the best quality, but as I would do it now, but it's still pretty good. If you after stream, you can check it out if you want. Yeah. So, any other questions? I can talk about like different experiences, like maybe like being. I haven't. I can tell like theater stories. I I don't really want to move to France. One because of the long distance. Maybe like vacation eventually, but main reason. I'm just taking French because I don't want to be because we offer Mandarin, and then you have Mandarin, we have French, and we have Spanish. I didn't want to take Spanish because I feel like people who take that usually do not care that much. They're just like taking, okay, I'm gonna take this as the easiest thing. French people are somewhat the not French people taking French are somewhat better, but then they're and I didn't want to take Mandarin because that would have been very difficult memorizing all the tones. It was very been very difficult. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my sister was doing something very distracting in the background. I've heard stuff. Depends on which one. There's a lot of ones. I believe there was. I've made lots of Philip ones, but I haven't. Oh, is it the one? My name is Philip. I'm in heaven because George Eaker couldn't count to 7. That one was not from me, but there's other ones. Yeah. I also ironically, the first thing on in French class that I learned, like the first time we were introduced to her, like opening the news every class, the number one article was about a guy getting arrested for drugging a woman and then she said apparently, and my French teacher said that that's a problem in France. Apparently, that's so yeah. Okay, wait, sorry. Wait, do you know Danny's World? If so, what is your I do not know. I've seen that, but not much. I also mumble sometimes, and I can talk in like a lower voice, so no, it's probably because it's like sometimes it's very hard to understand when it is one very fast and you have sometimes like this mumbling. Like that's why people misunderstand song lyrics. Like that's why people think Tiny Dancer was Tony Danza. I can rap Guns and Ships. I can do it right now. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchman. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman, Lafayette. I'm taking this horse with the razor with red coats, red blood stains, Lafayette. I'm never gonna stop with me a Burma scout the mains, I'm Lafayette. Watch me engage it, escaping and raging, Lafayette. I'll go to France for more funds. Come back with more guns and ships, and so the balance shifts. That's my attempt. Yeah. I can do like a little bit of the next part, but I'm not as good. I also struggle with the red part. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Crap, choked on my water. So yeah. Oh, thank you. So yeah. When it comes to the red, I'm taking this horse red. I'm taking this horse by the reins of red coats where the blood stains. It probably that's the hardest part for me. You only know. Yeah, I'm the only one. Oh, that there's a good amount of Hamilton fans in my school, but I guess you live in France, so like there's probably not as much. Like, what area of France do you live in, though? Like, do you live maybe like because I know like some areas of France are more anglicized than others, especially Breton. Oh wait, like do you mean like near Marseille or maybe closer to Bastille, like the Bastille region? Not in France, but like in, do you live closer to Spain? One out of two people who know Hamilton. Yeah, and you're okay, so you live close to Marseille. So, oh, night. I remember. So that's nice. That's like a bit like nicer weather, at least. Except right now, I know there's a heat wave currently in Europe that's very devastating. And it's probably causing a lot of people in Europe to end up getting a air conditioning unit when typically they do not have. I know typically in Europe there's not a lot of air conditioning versus America. We're used to it. We have tons of air conditioning. We like everything cold. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my cat is being a little bit distracting. She wanted to get out of the room. Yeah. My cat's name is Elle. I can. Oh, that's who liked. I think the likes. There's people commenting in the past, but they ended up leaving because the stream is very long, getting long. And now, well, currently there's 5 people watching. I don't know. Shout out, I guess, to the 3 silent people watching. I don't know. Right. They're either probably 8 years old or just are a little bit shy. Yeah. But even if, so I guess you really don't, it'll be a pretty long drive to get. Oh, you won't get Cap. That's sad. I, my, my cat was there before I was born. She's gay. Ooh, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. It's very sad. What was their name? Oh, Ellie. Wait, Eli or that's a nice name. Sorry, my yeah, that's sad. But hopefully you can get a new cat. Oh, your dad keeps getting dogs. My family would never get a dog. One, my family is kind of terror. Ooh, pit bulls. Mm. Well, I heard they have a bad rap. But funny thing though, in French class, I was saying we talked about had our if we had a pet's name. We don't remember was sleeping. I didn't hear a scream. Oh, oh, that's sad. I'm sorry that happened. That seems very traumatizing. Might need to bring a candy salad. Uh, sorry that happened. That sounds. Ooh. Well, hopefully he's in a better place now. Oh, yeah. Were you still there? Yeah. Oh, you. And I'm sorry for your loss. We're the only relative. I've only had like two relatives that have died. One was both my great grandfathers, but one was around 80, the other was 92. So, yeah, one died recently, the other was like in third grade. Maybe just like, I would just like a couple seconds of silence for all the people that died. Okay. So maybe, do you have any other Q&A questions? Oh, oh. Well, hopefully he gains some weight and then able to be healthier. But, ooh. What else to think about life? Yeah. Let's think about life. What makes it alive. But hopefully you can work through it because, and then that's what happens to us all. Ooh, you're only 12, youngest. Well, it's very unlikely though that they would. Do you have any old? How many like older siblings do you have? Getting very. This. Wow. So family of five. That. Wow. So you have four other siblings. So, but I hope that all your family members stay healthy. So, yeah. But, um, oh yeah, that was a bad event. But well, to think though, there is not a lot of chances of that happening again or like anything. I feel like it was a big tragedy, but also just shows how powerful America has been considering casualties of other stuff like that there's only been like two attacks on US soil since the Civil War. Or like, well, can't really dwell on death. Then you'll miss out on too much about life. Life is worth. mm, Okay, so 9 that's basically World Trade Center was hit by people hijacked from planes that were from Al Qaeda, which were sponsored by Osama bin Laden. They crashed into the tower, killing around 3,000 people. Oh yeah, but it's funny how there's tons of lore surrounding Peggy. I feel in a lot of the memes I see, she's either dead or during Take a Break, or she's mad that she's left out, and then she gets revenge as Mariah Reynolds. But this has been a very depressing chat, I guess. Oh yeah, but who knows? She could have been alive. She just could have been possibly just not there. It's Hamilton. It's all Hamilton's mostly just inspired by the life of Alexander Hamilton. I did get a request on my channel to sing the entirety of Hamilton. And then the other one asked me to send a fully armed battalion. Wait, let's see. My RIP Peggy. Hopefully, then there's Mariah Reynolds. It was very, I guess, plausible deniability. So, I feel when I'm gonna probably end this stream around the 2 hour mark, or like how about at around 1:55, like hour when it comes to the time. Yeah. But any more Q&A questions? Oh yeah. Ooh. Probably should get to bed, but I know usually in France they stay up later than Americans, considering that like dinner is much longer. But I can end the stream soon if you want. Everything's starting to get a little bit winding down in viewership. Yeah. But it's okay. I think I'm going to end the stream at this point. Wait, isn't that? Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. But I'm going to end the stream. You guys were a great audience. Thank you for viewing, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or a new day for Shadow. All right.